speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 who you with, Curtdog. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Curtdog. I'm who you with, Curtdog. Man, y'all seen what it is today. It's my birthday show, so definitely send the love in. Show me how much you love me. Matter of fact, tonight I have a friend in the house tonight. Lady M is in the house tonight. She joining me. She one of my good friends. And joining me on the show in the studio live. What's going on, Lady M? How you doing tonight? Hey, I appreciate it. I don't know what's wrong with the theme song. The theme song seemed like it had a couple of my cocktails or something. I don't know, but it was seemed like it was doing its own thing tonight. Did you hear the way it kept mixing up and stuff? I was like, what the hell?
It did, but I was bouncing to it anyway. It's your birthday.
That's right. It's my birthday. Thank you to everyone on all social media that have sent love today. I appreciate it. Miss Risky, she texted me early this morning. Hey, happy birthday, big brother. I'm like, man, and showed love to me. And so I really appreciate everyone that actually came onto the show, that have been a part of this show. It have been a wonderful show for the last year and a half. I know y'all probably can hear the background because we have some vaccinated folks that is here, so they having a good time. I said I'm gonna flip off because I like to keep my word. I said I was gonna and come on and celebrate my birthday with y'all. So, Lady M, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Blessed and highly favored. Happy to be here to celebrate with you.
Hey, I appreciate it. And not only that, we actually talked about been trying to get you on the show for a while. We talked about actually doing uh talked about doing a couple of shows together. Like I told y'all before, we actually are talking about adding a couple of people onto the show, so you can always, if you're interested, you can come on and we can have a live discussion and see how you fit in. I know Lady M, she kind of nervous.
Look, this is not my thing, but today is your birthday, so I honor your request today. I'm the big sister, but you get the boss today. So,
hey,
so what we gonna talk about? Let's chop it up real quick.
Well, it's been a couple of things that came out in the news lately, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not all. I know y'all can hear all that is going on in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I know I can hear it because my microphone pick up everything. So we are having a good time. It started off with my family.
Yes.
I want to shout out to my family because
family, to the Callahans and beyond.
My immediately family. But we what we did today, my entire family, we got together because, like I've been saying on the show, my birthday is today. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. And if you've been following the show, know that we lost her February the 17th. So today what we did, we got together and did a balloon release for her. So that was a wonderful thing. We're doing that balloon release, seeing all my cousins, my aunt, one of my aunts, and a lot of my great nieces, nephews, and cousins that came out. It was a wonderful thing. Um, so I've been up early this morning. I didn't start drinking till about an hour ago, but I got up this morning, fired the grill up, and I did some Mexican food. Um, enchilada casserole, some homemade Spanish rice, some black beans. There's some uh, boneless chicken thighs on the grill, which was
Delicious.
and
Delicious.
I decided to go ahead and put a couple of slabs of ribs on there too. So um, and invited um, my immediately family over for dinner, and of course my crew, which Lady M is a part of my crew,
Yeah.
and they like, hey, what time we coming? So they here now. Shout out to my crew, the ones that could make it. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate all the texts, all the calls that I received today, all the messages on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all of them. I appreciate each and every one of them. But today, we just celebrating. And if you want to be a blessing, I normally don't do this, but I see a lot of people doing it. As you can see, my Cash App is there.
Make it rain, make it rain, make it rain.
Exactly. Cash App, $ I am who you with, Kurt Dog. And also, if you don't want to make it rain for me, if you know, if you follow me on Facebook, I actually have a donation set up, and the donation I decided to choose was Friendship West Baptist Church
Amen.
because they do so much in the community. Um, so definitely give to them because they do a lot.
Yes.
Even today, they still every week they still serve and close the VIP. So it's a lot that they do. So you could get to them, and I will be happy. But other than that, so Lady M, I don't know if that's the name you want to go by or not.
If I'm going by what you call me today, sir.
Well, I didn't want to put your real name out there.
Hey, it's totally
So whatever name you want to go by, tell the people what name you want to go by. What is it? Uh,
we can figure that out
no,
later.
what
Let's
is it,
just get
babe? What?
It's about you today, Kurt.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm very shy because I don't like attention brought to me. But the thing is, with this, I like to keep my word. I said I was coming on, and for my birthday, so I'm keeping my word. Um, Tomorrow, I don't know how it's gonna be, but on tomorrow is my mom actually birthday, so I don't know exactly how may feel. What we knocking down? No, it's all good. But other than that, so let us know how you feel about.
Well, first, let me say this.
Okay, go ahead.
Happy birthday, my brother.
I appreciate it.
We've been friends for a long time now, and I'm new to the area, so I feel truly, truly blessed to be here with you and your family, all the people that you consider family, to celebrate you today. I know that 2020 and 2021 has been a little tough for you, but with every loss, God has blessed you with a gain, and I'm just praying that there'll be continued blessings and growth from this point on. And so today I just want to come on here and bless you. So what I want to know is, as you have now turned another year older, all the bad things behind you, what are you most looking forward to in this season of your life?
Well, what I'm looking for is basically just how can I make a difference in this world. And one thing that I do is um, one thing I do with this platform, I try to bring knowledge to people of
Mhm.
stories that people is not aware of, and because of that, I've received a lot of um, comments, some good, some bad, but as long as I'm following what God want me to do, because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I first wanted to do a podcast, I'm talking about back before the pandemic, when I first wanted to do a podcast, one thing I said I did not want to do was talk about politics. And unfortunately, I find myself talking about politics so much.
Mhm.
Politics is not my expertise. But I talk about it because it's a passion of mine. Because when I tell people it's time to get out and vote, that's how we really make a change in this world. We have to hold our elected officials accountable. And because of that, we just have to do what we have to do. And the main start, a lot of people say, "Well, ain't it's not gonna change anything." Well, you saying it's not gonna change anything, but you have to change yourself. And when you change your way of thinking and going out and voting, you're already doing something different than what you done before. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna say this. One of my cousins, because a lot of people I talk about our family calls every night at 7, which I just got off the call um, right before we got on the show because my phone went dead, so it's charging now. But on the call, one of my cousins told me the other day we was talking, and I said, "Well, man, one thing that we have to do is vote." He said, "You know what? Last year was the first time I voted in my life," and he's older than me. So the thing is, and he finished it out. He said, "You know what? Voting do make a difference because I see the change that we have because there was no way we could have kept 45 in there." So yes, voting do make a difference. He said, "As much as I can, I'm going to vote." Welcome to the show, Micah. Uh, Micah, to the show. Thank you for always tuning in. Radio Chaos. Thank you, my brother. Radio Chaos out of Canada. Thank you for tuning in. I see a lot more coming in, and tonight we're only gonna deal with "It's My Birthday." Matter of fact, I think Lady M is gonna interview me tonight. Ask me questions, put me on the spot, because we normally have ask Kurt Dog anything. So tonight I'm gonna let Lady M just throw out some questions.
I mean, this might be a little tricky. I don't, and if I go to a place that's a little off, to just say, "Oh,
No, no.
pass."
Let
But
me let me explain something to you because whenever I do ask Kurt Dog anything, my answer is if you ask the question, I'm gonna answer it, but you might need to prepare yourself for it. So whatever you ask me, I'm gonna answer that question, and I'm gonna answer it truthfully. Now, one thing I won't do is give out personal information.
right, right.
So other than that, I will answer it. So you can fire questions at me.
Okay, first of all, who do you have in the NBA Finals? The regionals now.
I don't know.
In those
That's
playoff games, I want to know who are you going with?
you know
Because
in
I
the,
got the Nets taking it off.
in the middle of shots while ago, I heard the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody said somebody else. I don't know. Um,
Okay.
but I don't know. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't have time to keep up with it.
Okay. All right.
I
No,
don't.
that's fine. So on another note, let's
Okay.
let's talk about I noticed noticed there's a lot of television ads now talking about stop Asian hate. And we know that for
Oh,
all hate crimes, we want to step
oh.
away from. We don't want to hate anybody.
Well,
All lives matter, but I'm trying to figure out why didn't we get those same ads when we were saying stop black
well,
hate?
my opinion about that is basically because the difference between the two, America do not see black folks as worthy. That's just like Biden said, you're not black enough if you don't vote for me. And now that we voted for him, he haven't done a damn thing for black folks. So that's a problem. And excuse my French, blame it on the alcohol. Uh,
We haven't
but
had that much yet.
that Uncle Nearest ain't no joke.
Okay.
uh, but the thing is, when it come down to Asian hate, why should we have a bill to specify a particular race? Let's say stop hate altogether. And that's how we do it, because if we stop hate altogether and hold people accountable, see, that's what they don't want to do. If we hold people accountable, then it would be a difference.
And you know, we there will never be an end to hate because in order for us to have love, we do have to have the opposite in the world. That's just reality.
Yes,
However, I am a little disappointed that we can't even pass a law that says lynching is illegal in this country. But then we have some people murdered. LBG community is protected. Now we're talking about Asians being protected. Um, you know, we're still trying to work on just making sure that children who were born here, whether they were brought here illegally or not, if they're supposed to be considered citizens, and just making sure that they're properly treated here in our country. And then the people whose backs this country was built upon, we have no regard for. I just don't understand that part. And in all our getting understanding, no one seems to have any explanation as to why the lawmakers of this country cannot get together and agree that it is not okay to kill the black citizens of this country, criminal or otherwise, but definitely innocent, law abiding citizens just because of the color of their skin. And I don't care if their skin color is white, black, green, yellow, whatever, but specifically, I'm talking about our brown and black Americans born
exactly.
in America.
Exactly. Welcome to the show, Patrick Times. Patrick Times, he's actually been watching the show for about the last week and a half or so. We don't agree on everything, but I'm going to agree with him on this. Lynching is illegal. Yes, it is. Oh, see, that's just why we don't agree with everything. Uh, Lynching does not include speech and you disagree with. Well, the freedom of speech, you have the rights to say whatever you want to, but if you are putting out false information, because one thing we don't deal with on this show is we don't deal with um, conspiracy theory, false information. We don't deal with this. So when you come with that type of things, we're not going to socialize with that, because only thing we're going to talk about on this show is truth. And if you can't speak truth, it's not going to happen. Uh, so, well, that's your opinion. That's fine. So we started off good. You asked the question, I gave you my answer, and we started off. Um, yes. Go ahead and talk about it. Yeah. So we started off good, but then again, you start going left a little bit. So that's fine. I know how to deal with that. But go ahead, Lady M.
Just in response to just wanting to clarify is that an anti-lynching act has been on the books, but there's no action being taken. And of course, in many states, it's still on the in the state um, laws. It is not considered illegal in all states.
Exactly. So, what other questions do you have?
Okay, so we're still somewhat in the pandemic, but now that we're all starting to get fully vaccinated and moving about a little more, the country is opening up. Is there any place that you look forward to visiting anytime soon? What would your first trip be or would like to be?
Ooh, my wife and I have talked about it quite a bit. We're still skeptical about a lot of things because some of the things that we see. Um, we're actually trying to prepare a trip for Canada
What part?
because we're actually thinking up there with radio at. We're actually talking about moving up there because um, with Canada, their laws is a little bit more stricter. They you cannot freely carry a gun in Canada, but of course we know in the U.S. guns you can buy them on the corner from anybody. Uh, so I'm thinking Canada. I think when we went to Seattle a couple of years ago, um, it was for a special occasion, but um, we're looking at going up there and going over to Canada. So that's what our plans are.
So you're talking about more like Montreal, Quebec, or
Uh,
Toronto area?
it's
Those are two
um,
different parts.
it's actually on the west side.
Okay.
Um, I, Radio, where you from? Where you from, Radio? Because that's the side we're talking about going to. Um, so Radio said, I just looked up the meaning of arbitrator. It says the definition is the trial of trampling grass left by unstage. So I don't know what you mean. I don't know what he mean either. See, one thing about it, I know how to just cross over from him because even after the
Oh, definitely.
show, he Patrick Times, uh, he called the night, kept calling even after the show with a block number, which I went against my rule is not to answer a phone that is blocked. And Risky, she was like, no, let's go ahead and answer the call, see what he talking about. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he's full of BS. So,
Okay, so
so I just
Vancouver is where
overlook his
radio
comment.
lives. That's
Yeah,
what we're
radio
talking
is in
about.
Vancouver.
Uh-huh.
He's in Vancouver. So, radio is in Vancouver, and you can get it. It's a boat shuttle that goes um, from Seattle to Vancouver. So it's like a Vancouver Island or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, See, I have listeners. They'll correct them real quick because so that's cool. But honest, I know how to go past Patrick Times because Patrick he's full of BS. And I'm glad you're here, Patrick. But go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like it, share it with a friend, click the notification for whenever we come on and you can always tune in. So I appreciate it. Um,
So tell us about some of these birthday gifts you got. I saw people dropping things off to you today. Did you get anything that you were really hoping to get, or some surprise?
well, whenever I'm in the middle of cooking,
Hmm.
I stay focused.
Okay.
So that's what I've been focused on. I'm still on Clyde
Okay.
nine because the thought, if you really know me, every year we would do a big cookout for my mom for her birthday. So today I was like, hey, and I'm gonna be honest. Some people probably couldn't tell, but I feel like I didn't have the best of attitude today. I know it's kind of surprising to hear, but the thing is, I basically wasn't uh, wasn't myself even when we went to visit the um even when we went to uh, to the balloon release, as we prayed, it was hard. It was hard because I'm pretty much a strong person, but to deal with that, it was kind of like it was really hard. It was really hard for that. So I'm getting better, but I felt good to have my family here with me, and I appreciate each and every one of them. I do. My nieces, my my siblings, my brother, my sisters, um, my nieces, nephew, great nieces and nephews. I appreciate them for being here because that meant a lot to me. So I appreciate that. Um, so as for the gifts, I haven't opened none. I
Okay,
haven't.
not yet.
I
Okay,
haven't
that's
opened, but
okay.
I will open them today.
So, if a song was the song of the day, what song would bring you pure joy right now?
Oh man, you know, this morning when I was in the kitchen cooking, I had some music on, and why I had the music on, my mom used to play Shirley Caesar, James Cleveland, Aretha Franklin all the time, and all the time. And this morning while I was cooking, as soon as I cut it on, I told my wife, I said, "Baby, that had to been the first song." I remember Mama by Shirley Caesar. And I was
Okay.
like, wow. Um, so that was pretty touching this morning. But when we did the balloon release, my mom's favorite song is Going Up a Yonder.
Mhm.
So that was pretty touching.
Mhm.
Um,
Does that make you happy?
it to know, I feel like this when I heard the song this morning, going up. Um, um, I remember Mama. Yes, it made me happy because in one part of that song, it actually said, I could see Mama looking over me right there.
Okay.
So for me, that brought joy to me. And it was really good. So when I got up this morning, um, normally tell my wife good morning. And this morning I was kind of dry a little bit. But when I cut that music on, I heard the song. I'm like, all right. I felt like it was a message from my mom
Right.
telling me everything is okay.
All right. All
So,
right.
um, so that's good. I see they still discussing. They going in on Patrick, but that's all good. So, um, so that's cool. So what other question you have?
Well, I'm about to go take off and join the rest of the party, but I just again want to just congratulate you on another year of the podcast. I want to say happy birthday
I appreciate it.
and thank you to everyone who joined in today. Tell this man how much you love him, show him how much you appreciate what he's bringing. I know that I stayed on top of not only voting on time, but voting for the runoffs. And that's helpful information when you remind us who the candidates are and where we can go for to get to the polls and things like that. And just going out and talking to people in the line. And so, again, I appreciate this as a resource and I look forward to you much continued success. Happy birthday.
Hey, I appreciate it. Matter of fact, we have another guest in the house. Um, so thank you, Lady M. We have another guest coming into the house. Um, we're not gonna be long, but we're gonna keep it real strong. Um, coming to the microphone um, and coming to the show is actually my rib, my wife. Uh, my wife is in the house tonight, Lady T.
What's going on, baby?
I know it's been a while since you've been on the show, so it wasn't planned for you to come on, but you in here now. I know I have to get back to our guests.
Absolutely, but most importantly, I do want to say happy birthday,
I
and I
appreciate
also
it,
want to say
baby.
how proud I am of you. You have been doing your thing since the pandemic, and you've been consistent, not only for just yourself, but for our community. So our community should be thankful for this platform that you provide. And happy birthday!
Hey, I appreciate it, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's shake. Yeah. So, uh, like my wife said, we are have several friends over that surprised me. Oh, radio said, "Hi, Miss Kirk Dog." Um,
Hi, radio.
so she actually surprised me to have our friends come over. So I appreciate it, and um, I want to say to everyone, I appreciate all the love I have received. Micah, I did receive your text a while ago. Um, I know you try to make sure that it is a legit phone number. It is. I appreciate it, Michael. And also, um, uh, man, I y'all got to blame it on. They've been. Let's just say blame it on Uncle Nearest. It had been a great day today. But I want to shout out to everyone that came to show love to me and my family today. And also, um, if you have a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Matter of fact, Friendship West, today is the 45th anniversary. Shout out to Friendship West. Um, Pastor Haynes, Dr. Haynes, is doing great things there. If you ever in Dallas, um, you need to visit. Well, we're not open now, but no matter where you are, please uh, tune in to friendshipwest.org every Sunday, 10 a.m. Central Time, and get a word from Pastor Haynes. Go to the YouTube, watch the past shows. Friendship West have changed my life. I was talking with a friend the other day. Uh, um, Talking to a friend the other day, and we actually said, they said, "How long have you been there?" And I said, "Hey, uh, it's almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. If you knew me uh, almost 20 years ago and see where I'm at today, I thank God for Dr. Haynes and the Friendship West family because when I first came to Friendship West, I was toe up from the flow up. I was going through all type of things. And through the preaching and teaching of Dr. Haynes, not just him, but because of the staff that he had on, every one of them spoke to my need. And I appreciate that. Because of his teaching, it changed my life. It really did. It changed my life. Um, because I cannot tell you where I will be today. Um, I thank God for him, pray for him and his family. I appreciate the staff pastors. Matter of fact, 20 years ago, I went to one. I said, "Man, look, y'all need to stay out my business," because that's how profound that the teaching was. The words they was teaching, they didn't even know me, but the word was speaking to me. God was speaking to me through them, and it changed my life, and I appreciate that. So, if y'all can, If you follow me on Facebook, go to my donation page. I'm not saying that I didn't even ask the church if I could do it, but I'm doing what I believe in. I know the work that they do. Y'all heard me talk about how they give back to the community even in the middle of a pandemic. So definitely um, go ahead and make a donation to them because they do some great work. I was part of the homeless ministry, and being a part of the homeless ministry was really good. We call them the VIPs, and it was great. It changed. Put it like this: when I came to Friendship West, what I was going through, it opened my eyes up to realize what I'm going through is nothing. It's somebody that have it worse than me. Have it worse than me. So, yeah, I definitely um, appreciate that. But other than that, Patrick, happy belated birthday to you. I knew we got along for some reason. You're a Gemini, so that's always a good thing. You're a Gemini. So, but hey, I just wanted to keep my word. Come on here tonight, and let the people know I'm a man to my word. That's all I am. I said I will be on here tonight, so I'm on here basically to come on and let you know I'm for real. I'm for real. Um, but unfortunately, I do have to get back to her. I guess um, my wife set it up for our friends can come over. My crew, uh, uh, the Jones, the Banks, the Mullins, the Martins. And my family that came by. And if I missed anybody, blame it on Uncle Nearest. Uh, I would love to, but man, I didn't do dinner there this year. Not this year. I'm surprised you even remember that. But I had it set. My family and I, we did this balloon release for our mother, and we said we was doing dinner out there. So I think it turned out pretty good because everybody I didn't hear no complaints. So it was all good. But I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow night we're gonna talk about some stuff tomorrow because not only that we're also uh, uh, I didn't know that you remember the story I told about my wife surprising me at the kid that year. So that was good. And I don't get me wrong, the keg. If you want to sponsor the show, holler at us because I love the keg. I do love the keg because the keg. Um, I would always get this bone in. Um, which steak is that? The bone in ribeye, I believe. Which man, see a good steak, you don't have to do anything to it. But hey, I appreciate y'all for coming in. I just got a text. I gotta go. My wife telling me, look, come on. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Thank you for all the love. Until tomorrow night, if the good Lord say the same, I love each and every one of you.